Okay, so before I get into the video proper, it's time to tell you all the results of the Christmas giveaway. And hold on tight, because it was a weird one. For some reason, the way I decided to do it was to have a random number generator spit out 100 numbers. Whichever number that corresponded to a comment that came up the most was the one who won. Why did I do it that way? I'm stupid. The end result was a landslide draw, each one getting 6 lots, for a combined total of 12% of the possible results. I tried contacting both people, and only one responded, so he's the winner. Insanely enough, the winner was the second person I shouted out in the announcement video, Omega Toys Productions, and that resulted in another little snag. After I told them they'd won, I found out they already had a Megatron, and the point of the giveaway was to give it to someone who didn't have one. So I think we came up with a pretty good compromise. Omega Toys Productions is going to be doing his own giveaway, where he gives one lucky winner his normal Siege Megatron for free, like I'm doing for him. I have no idea how he's going to run his contest, but he should be announcing it today on Friday the 1st, 2021, so go to his channel if you want to enter to win it. Link in the description. After that, I'd like to make a special thank you and apology to all the people who were going to enter the giveaway but chose not to because they already had a Siege Megatron. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I hadn't thought of this compromise before running the giveaway. And I'm sorry to everyone who just didn't win in general. Because of my overinflated sense of empathy, I legitimately feel guilty I can't give you all something. Thank you all for the tremendous welcome you gave me in 2020. Here's to many more videos in 2021. And prepare yourselves, because this script is literally titled Rant. Fun fact, I actually started YouTube to review shows, not toys, and I just kind of fell into toys. Okay, so the one good thing I have to say about this show is, unlike Siege, which was a giant amorphous gray blob of nothing but consumed time, this show has the decency, the dignity to suck, to just actually be bad. In that way, it's less of a waste of time than Siege was, because at least I feel something about this garbage fire. There is so much bad crammed into the show, I'm not even sure how to tackle it. Let's just go. Once again, we have a 6-episode season, and once again, they decided they needed to jam-pack it with plots. They have no time to do anything, and tons to do, so you'd think they wouldn't waste a second, but they just blow half the runtime with useless information, redundant exposition, and just plain silence. The writing in this show is atrocious in every respect, and it's hard to determine which aspect of it was the worst. Let's start with the script. For the first 3 episodes, I had to pause the video about every 2 minutes to steel myself against what was to come, because there was some painfully awful line that was said that caused me some mental anguish. In one scene, the Autobots back on Cybertron are being attacked by flying enemies. Jetfire then shows up and takes them out. He then lands next to the Autobots and says something to the effect of, "Ielita 1, it was a good idea to have me wait for the Seekers to show up so I could take them out." Do the writers of the show think we're stupid? That was obviously what just happened. Why are you wasting my time with this badly worded exposition telling me the thing I just saw with my own eyes? As a child, I would either understand what happened to myself already, or I wouldn't, and I wouldn't care. And as an adult, I'm just insulted. And then there's the time that Megatron turns to stare Jetfire directly in the eyes and says verbatim, "Ah yes, the traitor unworthy of even my acknowledgement." Do I even need to say what's wrong with that? I do need to. Not to you, but to the fucking moron who wrote that. You idiot! He is explicitly acknowledging him with that statement. The thing he just said Jetfire was beneath him doing. The way you do that properly is by having him not acknowledge Jetfire. It's easier, and it takes less time. Oh, and then you got Megatron's whole speech to a severed head, and every word of it is so overwrought. It's what a novice writer clearly thinks sounds dramatic. Then they bring up the fact that Shockwave doesn't have emotions in the most ham-fisted, crowbarred way possible, and it's clearly not true because he obviously shows emotions at several points in the show. Who wrote this crap? Then you get to the plot writing, which is just absurdly stupid. For some reason, in the last season, they decided to leave a smattering of characters back on Cybertron. Their plot in the season does not matter. They affect nothing. It's a complete cul-de-sac. Every time we cut to them is a wasted moment of the show that could have been spent better doing anything else. They do nothing that has anything to do with the actual plot of the show. And spoiler alert, they all die at the end because of a massive explosion they caused with grenades. You idiots are blowing up a building. You don't need to bring out like 50 suitcase nukes. They fuck up so bad, you know the next season is going to have to involve a significant amount of time travel to fix the last few minutes of this season, so congratulations on wasting even more of our time next season. Why can't you assholes keep the plot simple? Why are you sucking up time with so much shit that doesn't matter? Then there's the part of the show where they spend an exorbitant amount of time on a space station they are trying to move out of the way so they can just go through the Stargate. And that's what these are. They aren't space bridges, they're Stargates. They see the planet on the other side of the gate has all this mysterious damage to it, and it never even gets hinted at what did it or why. They bring it up and instantaneously drop it. Then there's the Quintessons, and oh my god, what a waste of time they were. And might I just add, shit job on the animation there, guys. They look fucking atrocious. They introduced them as someone looking to cut a deal with the Autobots to some secret end. Then the demon face saws off the rest of its heads because it just wants to kill them all and doesn't like the rest of them trying to stop it from doing so. So they introduced a major plot and then immediately fired it out of an airlock like 20 seconds later. Now, I don't think that this show needed more plot, but why would you introduce one if you're going to throw it away in seconds? Literal seconds! To be fair, the animation team did a great job on the whole face sawing thing. It was well lit, moody, and creepy. Honestly, there were multiple moments of this show where it showed some promise. And then that moment would end, and it would be right back to the dumpster. I'd like to point out, they Martha'd Scorponok. Scorponok is trying to kill them for like 2 straight episodes, then they say Martha, and Scorponok goes, "My mom's name is Martha. Hey, do you guys want to be friends now?" They also pull this stupid Batman shit throughout the show, where it's like the Autobots keep refusing to kill their enemies. This isn't a superhero series, they're soldiers in a war, you assholes! There's this part where that loser Cog walks up on Optimus about to execute Megatron. He's like, "Optimus, what are you doing?" Like he's Robin looking at Batman with a gun. Optimus spares or saves Megatron like 3 times in this show, despite everything, and every time Megatron betrays him for it. This Optimus is dumber than he even was in the last season. How about the fact that the second Optimus wakes up from being knocked out on the Ark at the end of the previous season, he goes like, "What have I done? Look at Cybertron, it's dying!" What? How do you know that? To your perspective, it's been like 20 minutes since you threw the damn Allspark into space, and you've not seen Cybertron since. Did the fucking Force tell you? No one questions this, by the way. Everyone just goes, "Hey, we gotta save Cybertron." This is dream logic. There's this unfathomably awful moment where Optimus begs Megatron to forgive him, and then he gets him at gunpoint, and he begs again. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why do you give a shit if Space Hitler forgives you or not? Why do you demand Space Hitler's forgiveness? Just shoot the fucker. I suppose now is the time to talk about the voice acting. The voice actor for Optimus Prime still fucking sucks. And he sucks worse in this season because he keeps trying and failing to do the gravelly serious voice thing. Like his worst, most comically bad voice is a big part of this show. The voice acting in general is worse across the board this season. While the good performers are still mostly consistent, it seems like the voice director got worse because everyone seems to have at least one absolute clunker of a line delivery. Then, there are the people who just suck in general, like the lady doing the demon face. I don't know why they gave the role of one of the main villains in the season to one of the worst voice actors they had, but god, they are terrible. So, the story and the writing are awful, but so is everything else, including the scene geography. How do you fuck up scene geography? Look at the sequence! Alita and Megatron are the only people in the room. They are in the center of the room, and the door is 30 feet that way. You hear a door open, and that very second, Starscream grabs Alita's arm from the right. In order to do that, he would have had to have walked around the entire room to get to her other side. And before you say that he came in from a door we didn't know about, we know that he was on the other side of the door she entered from. This whole scene gives the impression that he popped out of the fucking floor. How about this one? Megatron shoves Alita into an execution machine. Alita and Jetfire talk for literally fewer than 10 seconds, then the camera backs out as the power gets cut and someone runs in and frees the rest of the characters unopposed. Where did Megatron go? He was standing right there! Did he shove her in the machine and just sprint the fuck away? I don't care how fast he was moving, there is no way he got so far away he couldn't intervene, especially considering how goddamn long the rescue takes. He just vanishes because it would be inconvenient to the plot to have him still be there. Do the showrunners not have object permanence? We didn't see Megatron for 1 second, so he doesn't exist anymore. And let's not even get into the cheapness of the animation. It's a season promoting a new toy line, and do you know how many characters from the new toy line there are? 5. Scorponok, the Quintessons, Skylynx, Double Dealer, and Galvatron. And here's the even funnier part. When there are so few new CGI models to go around for the figures the series is supposed to advertise, they bothered making an Alpha Trion model. So a character who has no figure in any of the lines and appears for 1 minute of screen time gets more effort put into him than Megatron does in a flashback that's supposed to take place before the war. Why does he still have his injuries? This is before he got them. How do you mismanage your resources that bad? Why would you waste your time on that and not stuff like give Exhaust his correct head or fix Double Dealer's stupid, broken monkey face? Oh, is this a good time to point out that they didn't make alt modes for all the characters? Again? Most of the characters still don't transform. What are you spending your budget on? Blow? Again, the animation for the Quintessons is unbelievably atrocious. They look like rubber puppets. Who finished this and thought, yeah, that looks good, I'm done? Then there's the stupid bullshit they did for dramatic effect. Why is the Nemesis wasting power flying above the clouds while they gather fuel for it when the Decepticons are slaughtering their own soldiers for fuel to make it fly? Assholes, land it so you don't have to kill as many of your own people. Then there's a shot that's clearly supposed to be the first time you see the station halfway through the portal, but they fucked it up by putting it in a wide shot like 10 seconds prior. The only 2 salvageable episodes of this train wreck are 4 and 5. Everything else is beyond saving. I've not even covered the fact that this show has a horrific case of plot guns. Guns are only as effective as the scene needs them to be. Someone gets shot once in the chest and they die. Other characters get shot like 50,000 times in the head and it's like an airsoft gun. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut it here. There is just too much shit to cover, and you know what? I can't do it all in this one video. So take this video as a broad strokes overview of the show. This is bad. Not funny bad like the Prime Wars trilogy, just plain awful. Every second of it is a waste of your time. War for Cybertron Season 2, Earthrise, is trash. And that's not half of what I have to say, but it's enough of what I have to say. And if you enjoyed the video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.